This bill can be improved, but on the whole, it does include measures that will help keep Canadians safe. As such, the Liberal Party will support it. Matters of national security should be beyond partisanship.
Welcome back. I'm Marissa Semkiw. Justin Trudeau said yesterday that he will be supporting the Conservative government's new anti-terrorism legislation, even if suggestions by the Liberal Party to improve the bill are rejected. Are the Liberals supporting the bill as mere political cover against the accusations that Justin Trudeau and his party are soft on terrorism? Joining me now in studio is Anthony Furey. Anthony, what changed?
I think the poll numbers changed. Justin Trudeau has, for so long, Marissa, defined himself not by who he is, saying, this is what I believe about Canadian policy and what should happen, and I'm going to take it to the streets and fight for it. He's defined himself through being not Harper. And he loves to say Stephen Harper is divisive and bad for Canadians, harming the middle class. Those are his talking points. So whatever Harper does, he does not do. So Harper puts forward a bill saying we need some anti-terror legislation amendments. And Trudeau right away, no, this is wrong because, I don't know, fill in the blanks. Uh-oh. Sometimes, though, you can't always just not be Harper because some issues transcend mere partisan divisions. This is one the regular folks, 75% of Canadians, polls show, support not just what we're doing to fight the Islamic State, but would support doing more.
He so passionately disagreed with the mission that started in October. He so passionately disagreed with it, we saw it affect him in the ratings. In fact, in September, he was at 38% in the polls. We have a graph of it, if we can pull that up. You'll see a very actually stark decline there come October, November, December, to now the Conservatives ahead of the Liberals in the polls. Two things happened in the month of October. The mission and, of course, the attack in Ottawa. Is that how you see this sort of playing out? Is he backpedaling now because he sees his poll numbers dropping because he came off as so anti-military?
If you look at the media stories around the time of the attack, there are few pronouncements from Trudeau. There are few outlets going to Trudeau asking, what do you think about this? Normally they rush to him to get the anti-Harper statement. They run it in the story. People forgot he existed in the immediate aftermath of the attack. What that tells us is it's because they don't actually take him seriously. When things really matter, when you're worried about your family, when you're worried about your safety, he's just sort of this placeholder figure for when you want some antithesis to Harper. And I think the Liberals picked up on this and realized, man, when things get real, and we're not just talking about whether a marginal tax rate should be tweaked by 2 or 3%, but talking about people who have sung on the mountain that they want to come here and kill us, and some of them have been successful. That's when the Liberals go, man, we really got to up our game. And right now, upping their game means they actually have to be a bit more like Harper, just because that's the common sense approach on this issue, at least.
Well, he diminished the mission by, joking about whipping out our CF-18s. Now, in an interview with Andrew Lawton, I would be remiss to not bring this up, Stephen Harper accused Justin Trudeau of being, quote, anti-military. And that was in light of comments that Justin Trudeau made previously on Andrew Lawton's radio show, suggesting that our Canadian troops have no chance of success against ISIS. Do you think he's anti-military?
No, because I haven't seen any consistent political philosophy to suggest what his positions are towards the Canadian forces or their actions. I just think Stephen Harper said we're going to have a sortie abroad, and Trudeau says, no, we're not going to do it. Why? Because Harper said it. I mean, it's like daddy psychology.
Yeah, he's anti-Harper more than anything.
Precisely. And he's really going to have to learn to overcome that. I think Thomas Mulcair for years has done a good job of agreeing when it's consistent with his philosophy, disagreeing with the Prime Minister when it's inconsistent. They have very polar different philosophies. So it always makes sense to me when Mulcair calls out Harper. It doesn't always make sense to me when Trudeau does it, because I just don't know from what fundamental core he's speaking.
Well, it's interesting. If you look at the ratings, and the NDP's ratings have remained pretty consistently low. I do wonder, though, if we'll see, because of Justin Trudeau's newfound support of now this anti-terrorism legislation, if we'll see an increase in poll numbers. Will it have that effect?
Yes and no. You might see less of a decrease, less of Liberal swing voters moving to Conservatives because they're worried that the Liberal leader's a national security threat.
I mean, it is clearly political. It's quite clear he's backpedaling on his initial position against this war. I mean, he's also, for goodness sakes, a refusal to recognize that it's Islamic terrorism. He won't even use those words.
Well, and you're right that it's clearly a political matter. And the problem with that is it tells us these are just folks who want to win, which is fine. Politicians want to win, they want to get into office. But on an issue that is really about our life, our basic safety, basic fundamental values of not being bombed, not being attacked, you'd like to hope that there wouldn't be political wishy-washy stuff. There would be views that deviate from what your basic core beliefs are. And we've continued to fail to see that from Trudeau. And he says, oh, and when the election comes around, I'm going to roll out the platform, you're going to get to know me. No, man, we got to get to know you now, because things are getting tough right now. And the issues on the table are very real. Declining oil prices, depressed economy potentially, and guys who want to kill us.
Very quickly, in the last minute I have left, your take on Bill C-51, will that be effective?
I think it will largely be effective.
Expanding CSIS's powers?
Most Western countries have an intelligence agency which has the ability to do direct arrests. CSIS right now is just these independent guys with binoculars who, if they see something bad, they got to call the cops, just like you and I have to. And that's really what this wants to harmonize, the fact that CSIS can actually act like, say, the FBI rather than just like the cops.
All right, Fury, thank you for joining me.
Thank you.